I have to be honest with you. I have been going down the rabbit hole lately of longevity and the topic, which has been around a lot in the news lately. And probably it's because I'm over the age of 60 and just wanting to be sure that I'm hitting all the right points. So what I did was I created a AI powered longevity reset for women over 55. And I'm going to do this effort for 30 days and I want you to do it with me. So, this video, I'm going to walk you through the whole plan. Your free printable guide, which is here, will be in the description below. So, you can go grab it, print it, leave it on your desktop. It's designed to go on a fridge or somewhere in your office, and then come back here and we're going to get started. Now, the first thing I did was I went ahead and asked ChatGPT, and I did use my AI Confidence Concierge custom application. What does the latest 2026 research say about longevity for women over 55? And what it came up with was a snapshot, essentially, of longevity research is becoming female focused. The healthy lifestyle habits still dominate, which is physical activity. We're going to talk about that. The diet quality, talk about that. Sleep, stress, and social awareness. So, all of these are a part of the entire longevity plan. And you have probably heard multiple times about the blue zone research, places where the people live the longest, etc. And that is still core. And you can do a lot of research on that actually in the chatbots if you want to. But essentially, there are some new layers, which is the nervous system care and taking care of that, and then using your health data proactively. And that's what this video is about today, giving you a pure example of how you can put some of your information into chat and get it to provide you some feedback. So let's go ahead and continue. And you can see how I did my health data proactively and then how to use AI to make it all actually stick in real life. So you're doing something every day. All right. So we're going to go ahead and review two of the six resets. So we'll talk through that a little bit as well. Let's get started. So, reset number one is the move it, but like casually. And I went ahead and put in the chat GPT comment here. So it's a prompt basically. You put it inside of chat GPT. I did use my AI Confidence Concierge, the one that I built. And partially I use it because it is very much built for our age range and it gives you some really good information. And you're welcome to choose any other application, but it definitely is available if you would like to continue with that. So the answer that it provided me is your lazy but consistent movement plan is the rules. Very important. No workouts longer than 10 to 15 minutes. No getting on the floor unless you want to. If your knees feel cranky, we modify immediately. Consistency greater than intensity. Always. You're not behind, you're building sustainability. Here is the 3-part weekly rhythm. You can walk and add 2 minutes if you're already currently walking. You can do a sneaky strength, so 3 days a week, 10 minutes, and it provides all of the information for you. And repeat that little circuit twice, done in 10 minutes.
Honestly, I haven't felt this refreshed in ages.
It's this beautiful weather. It feels like a brand new start for all of us.
That's it. No machines glaring at you. It did provide some movement snacks, which I thought was great. And then actually some advice around knee protection plan. That's what it ended up providing for me. What it actually builds: better balance, easier stairs, more stamina, stronger joints, and confidence. I think that the main objective here is in all of these is to essentially stay consistent with how we are doing, because consistency will keep you a lot younger for sure. So move without overthinking it. The research does not say to go to the gym 5 days a week. It says consistent natural movement, walking, gardening, stretching, all of those things, which you can do really probably in the early morning. The other thing that I think that is a good idea is for you to just go for a walk. And I know I have AirPods as well, but just not having anything to listen to for just a moment and listen to the natural sounds of nature is actually quite soothing. So, just something to think about. So, number three is stress less, and that's really for real this time. And it's one of those things that is extremely important at any time. But I do think that we need to downshift our nervous systems every single day in the evening, if at all possible, so that you can sleep. And we'll talk about that one in a little bit. We all know what chronic stress is, and it does age your cells and your molecular level. I think if we can just have 3 minutes of calm and, yes, breathe. So I think breathing and just writing notes down sometimes, maybe even to give gratitude or just to get things out of your brain sometimes, just to have a moment is really actually really good for you. I went ahead and had the ChatGPT provide me with some things that I can do that are more so along the lines of getting stress free. So you can ignore the perfect house energy. Thought that was a good one. Ignore tasks that don't expire today. You can ignore the entire list and choose one thing. I asked it to basically give me some things that I can ignore, and that's on your infographic, so that you don't become stressed out overly for something that you didn't get accomplished today. And I think it will help you walk through that process with it. At the end, you can actually put in a 3 minute evening script, something that you can read every night that is around the topics of just a wind down script. Now, what I did was I asked ChatGPT to go ahead and basically put in something around the lines of staying curious around AI, learn AI, and then having friend base. And chat came up with staying curious 15 to 30 minutes once a week. Watch one short AI related video, try a ChatGPT prompt, read an article about something you wonder about, and then ask ChatGPT one just because I'm curious question. So, as we've talked about before, you can get in here on the AI Confidence Concierge chat, or you can do it on just Chat GPT by itself and just play with it, really. Just iterate and play with it. And then connect with friends, one touch point per week, and maybe a coffee date, walk and talk, FaceTime, text, and join maybe a group activity. I recently have been more interested in playing mahjong, and haven't gotten into a group to do that yet around my area, but would like to definitely get that done. So, one thing that I want to be sure of is that you do know that AI does count as a learning experience, and we are thick in it at this point. I started it and really reviewing it about probably a year ago, just over a year now. And I have learned so much. It is definitely a really good tool for women and being able to get a lot of good information. That is your longevity medicine. Number five, sleep like you mean it. And that reset is around really if you have a actual Apple Watch or if you have a Fitbit or whatever type of watch you might have or tool. And so what we did was I asked ChatGPT to interpret your Fitbit or Apple Watch sleep report, and let's see what they had to say about that. So one of the things that it had asked me back was, do you wake up at night and that kind of thing? So we went through a series of iterations, and you'll do that on every one of these and answer just a few questions, and then it comes back to you and it gives you some nice answers. Everybody says sleep more. Here's the framing that finally made it click for me. Your body is doing serious repair work at night, and it's just not rest. You're in deep sleeps. So it's active rebuilding, and you really need to get, they say, 7 to 9 hours just for mere maintenance. So I asked ChatGPT about this. And first of all, it was getting up at the middle of the night and that kind of thing. First, waking up is normal. And then here is a chat about interpreting your sleep report. So you can fill in these blanks and give them that information. And then what your numbers probably mean based on what you told me. and giving me some green checks there. So that's good. And then this was really good. It's when to actually worry. Pay attention if you feel exhausted every morning, you're awake for 30 to 60 minutes frequently, you snore heavily or grasp, and then you have headaches in the morning. That is the output for the sleep reset. And again, you're really kind of looking at it from a perspective of how can AI and the information it provides help you? Because what really happens is that you don't really think about this information unless now I know more and more about it. So it's my like go to. I just wanted to be sure that you saw again. This longevity infographic will be available to you in the description below. It's honestly just something fun to keep at your refrigerator or in your office, maybe just to remind you of some of the things that we need to be doing. And I'm not sharing this with you to walk away. Honestly, I'm committing to the 6 resets myself. And in the next 30 days, I will tell you a little bit more about what happened to me and what I did. All of these, honestly, I have wanted to do. And I think if I also get it down and print it, and even if it's in a close environment in my kitchen, probably where I can go and actually use it. But just drop a comment below. I'll take a look at what you're doing. And then the other thing is, I do a good infographic. If you feel like another type of infographic would be really fun to have, please put a comment in there too. I'd love to see what you'd like. So, a different few things to try. And then we will see you in 30 days. And I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day.